In my channel, I talk a lot about hair growth, hair health, helping women grow their hair with anywhere from balding spots to aging hair, damaged hair. But there's a lot more that I do feel like I love to get out there. For instance, I know we as women, we go through so many stages in life. We go through so many things, anything from postpartum hair to perimenopause hair, and we go through so much things from dieting to crash dieting. I mean, there's so many things that could be going wrong in our system. We could have a thyroid that's acting up, and it'll be iron deficiency, low on iron deficiency. I know a lot of times, especially as women, we lack iron. So until you get tested by your doctor, you're not going to know if you are going through an underlying condition such as that. Then it's best to check with your doctor. But I've been through everything, every one of these things that I talk about. And so I feel like I offer a lot more than hair growth because I've been going through so much this last couple of years, from starting perimenopause, shedding hair, balding hair. And so I feel like I've been able to help myself through this. And I love to offer it to you ladies. So I did put a hair course out. It's, like I said, it's through hair and things that I've done, but it's also giving you some things that you don't have to wonder what's going on with you if you are starting perimenopause. Also, something that's a big, big myth is you have to be in your 50s, 60s, and beyond to start perimenopause or be going through menopause, as well as you are done with menstrual to start menopause. And you can still be having a menstrual and going through perimenopause. Also, in your 30s, you could start perimenopause. So these are all things we weren't taught because our moms didn't know. So all we knew is you go through hot flashes. And that is just a very big deal. So I put together a course, and a lot of people are against courses, but I hired my third coach to help my business, to grow my online courses, and to help other people, which happens to be women. And this is something that I'm very, very strong on getting the help you need and um, putting back in education and learning. So, for instance, just investing in yourself. Sometimes it's great. Well, most of the time, I think it's great to do this. And I feel like I've learned so much with business growing. It's been a long journey. It is not easy. I've been on YouTube for a little over a year, and let me tell you, it is tough. But I feel like I could reach a certain amount of people. I don't need to be broad. I'm not going to reach every single person what I'm teaching. So this is something that it's very big deal that you know this, because you could get discouraged if you're trying to grow your online courses or business and you are only reaching a certain amount of people. Well, this is something you want to do. Is it going to take time? Yes, it could take longer because you're not going and doing these viral videos and you are trying to just go on for overnight, or just to be on a um, hit and wonder. But you want to grow your community and grow who you're helping and reach the people that you are helping. So a lot of times it could seem like it is really long, which it is, but it's very rewarding. And when I have people reach out to me and tell me how a lot of the things that I'm doing, they've been trying it and it works for them, asking me, some advice, it makes me feel really happy that I'm able to help other women. I do have, excuse me, I do have my other channel that I'm starting to work on YouTube about being a creator and just doing it no matter what age you are, and learning how to grow your online courses. I did step off that for a little bit because I felt like I was still learning, growing, and I still am. Trust me, I have a lot to learn still. But I mean, I've managed to go from Kajabi to Stan Store to now I'm on Samcart, which I really do like this storefront. It's a great way to build order bumps, which on your checkout page, you just put on your other things such as mini courses or ebooks, guides, and you put it on as an order bump. So they have the main course and they could choose to do these add ons. And then that's what builds up your amount of things that you're selling, especially for low ticket, which I am low ticket right now. And that's what I really feel like works. And so this is just a great way to help others and give them your input what you're doing and whatever you're teaching. So I feel like I have so much more to offer because I didn't know anything, especially starting from scratch. I did not know any tech stuff, and I'm learning, I'm growing. So that's what it's about. So this week it's been a little hectic. 2 days ago, my Chiweenie, we don't know if she got bit by a bee or she bit a bee, but she had a really bad allergic reaction in her face and neck. My husband texted me at work. He told me that she threw up and that she looked swelled up, but then she looked better through the day. So I said, okay, well, hopefully everything's okay. And seems like, she's back to her normal self. That's what my husband said. And so I get home. He was at work already, or he left for work. I got home about 5:30 p.m. Saw her. As soon as I walked in the door, I saw her on the couch, and her face was so swelled up and her neck had like a big lump. And I was like, what? This is not like, she does not look normal whatsoever. So I'm texting my husband at work saying, she is not back to normal. This is not, she's not okay. And yeah, I freak out because those are your kids, basically. And so I ended up taking her to the doggy ER, and they told me that, well, they asked me all these questions. They weren't sure what it was. He took her to the back and they gave her a shot of Benadryl. They had us wait there for a while to see how it worked. Of course, she was still swelled up. They wanted to do so many things. I mean, on from blood work to, all these things go in her stomach. And I said, well, no, let's just wait how this does. And I don't want to start doing all this crazy stuff until I know, give it a little time to see how it works. So we were there about an hour before we even seen anyone again after her shot. It was kind of busy. And then we ended up going home. I monitored her. I got her little Benadryl, to cut in half. And then the next day, they told us to get a little thing for her stomach, some medication. And so I'm giving her that. About 5 days, we have to give it to her. So I was so scared. And then I started thinking, oh my God, what if she has, some type of a terminal thing? And it just, my mind was racing. And so that is one of the scariest things. If you have pets, those are your babies, those are your kids. So I've been watching her. Seems like yesterday, last night, it started getting, going down. Today seems a lot better. I just gave her half of Benadryl, and then I got to give her stomach thing in a little bit in case she had any nausea from the histamine or whatever, the reaction was. And then, so last night I said, okay, I'm going to take her and my other dog around the block just to get a little, movement. Because before they said no activity, no getting crazy. She had to rest. So I said, I'm going to go around the block, see how she does. Well, this not neighbor, well, she's kind of down the street and then across the street. About a couple weeks ago, I had this dog. I was walking my dogs, and I was walking. There's a tractor that was kind of by the sidewalk in the street because they're working on the street. They had it parked there, and it had a flat or something. So I was walking, and all of a sudden I hear this kid screaming, "Watch out!" And I believe it was his dog. So the dog comes charging at us. I can't remember what it's called. Manalese. I'd have to look it up. It looks like a German Shepherd, Malnese, and I looked over and this dog was charging at us, so I didn't have my mace at the time. So all of our yards have, like, around this area, they built, they use rocks just everywhere besides the grass. They just built the places with rocks everywhere on the yard. So they're almost in every block. And I was like, oh my God. So I started just like screaming at this dog. Okay, this dog backs up a little bit. And then I saw it starts coming again. So I get these rocks, these rocks, and throw them at the dog. I don't think it hit him, but just to scare him. So it started like backing off again. It got scared. You could see the eyes. It's like freaked out. Then it went around the other way to the tractor to try to get us on that. And I started screaming at the dog again. And so it went around again. And then this car was driving down the street. And she saw it, and she was trying to honk at it and get it out of the, away and everything to try to help us. And this lady was coming, and I was like, is this your dog? And she's like, nodded yes. And I'm like, oh my, I was just shook my head at her. And so then the dog goes running, darting down the street. Thank God it, went away. So that was that. So sure enough, last night we're in another area, like going around the block, because at first it was the other way, but then we're going around the opposite. And her house is like in the corner of the streets, all the streets. And so we're going around this corner I mean, the block, and we're going down that last block before I go down the street to my house. And there's cars parked there. And so I saw the dog again with her, and I saw them both out there. And she was doing something. I don't know if she's trying to get the dog in or whatever. So then I started backing up. The cars were there. And we were backing up, trying to go back the other way. And sure enough, this damn dog sees us, goes charging at us again. Same thing. I scream at the dog, pick up the rocks, throw the rocks. I was trying to fumble in my pocket for my mace. Well, there was a little breeze, and yes, as if you know or don't know already, I find it, and I was like yelling at the lady, does your dog bite? And she says yes, like nods yes, trying to get the dog with the stick, and I'm like, so I get the mace and I spray it. I don't even know if I had it towards me. I was probably so scared that maybe I sprayed it in my face. I don't even know. But I spray it, and then I didn't even feel good in my face. But before I know it, my eyes were burning. It was like they were on fire. I mean, I thought it's like a sensation. You feel like you're blind. So if you've ever been hit by pepper spray, it's like that. And I'm just like, start like, look like I'm blind. So I was freaking out because I couldn't see where the dog went. I was trying to really see. So I could have made it worse because the dog could have got us. So my Chiweenie, we have a leash. I mean, the leash, and it extracts the leash, lets it go out. And so she was already far out, and I was trying to get her up. This is before my eyes were sprayed. And I was trying to get her back in. This dog was like, I'd say 8 feet away. I mean, just not that much. And he could have pounced on our Chiweenie. Oh my God. So I grabbed more rocks and threw it really fast because, in panic mode, you really start to lose what you're doing and try not to panic. So I had to really, think. But yeah, so I was just like, couldn't see nothing. And thank God the dog didn't come back because I was trying to see. I was started walking back, like the way we came from. These two guys were sitting out across the street. They didn't see what happened, but I yelled at them if they have water, if I could put in my eye. Of course, they had water bought the big jugs that they drink out of, or the ones that you buy at the store. They were bringing me that, and I'm like, "Do you have clean water?" I mean, I was in train. Like, I just need other water, and they're like opening it up, and I'm like, I don't know. At that point, I was panicking, and so they opened it, and I was like, putting a little in my eye. Then I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I don't catch any infection. I mean, it's just, you don't know them. And so I was just like freaking out, telling them about it. And yeah, I was just telling them story, and freaking, my eyes were watering. My nose, I think, was coming out. I'm like, oh, it's like so gross. But I mean, I didn't like, at the time, I didn't even feel embarrassed because it was so burning. It was like, I couldn't see nothing really. And then I said, yeah, I told her that I was going to report her because this is the second time this has happened with that same dog and running around. This dog going to mauled us or mauled kids. We have kids in the streets in summertime running. So yeah, I know this isn't about hair, but this is just saying, these things happen to us in daily life. But um, I mean, I don't always have to teach hair about on here, but I mean, I do like to talk about it. It's just crazy. So it's just I was like, yeah, okay. So it was after 5. I got home, talked to my son. He's like 21, and I'm like, told him what happened. And so he found a number that you call and report people that have their dogs out. I could have did a report, but it says from 8 to 5 they're open. So I got to go get the address and report it. Those are dogs that are loose. Tell them what happened. So I'm going to do that here in a bit. Go drive to get the address because I don't want to go in front of the house and take a picture because I can't see. I took a walk this morning with my dog and it's hard to see the address. So my husband just said just to wait. I'll drive by if I'm, doing something and then get the address because this is crazy. Like the first time I didn't do anything, but this is crazy that, this lady's like, yeah, and poking the dog to try to get it in with a big stick. And I'm like, is this dog like, mean to you too? I mean, I don't know what kind of dog this is. She said it bites. So um, it's really like scary when I can't even walk around. And there's a lot of people that walk through this neighborhood with their dogs. And so I got a different mace and it's bigger. So hopefully, it has a hand or it has like the hook or whatever you put in the handle and do it. So I don't know. I'm going to try that one. The other one was a lot smaller. So it just may be that it didn't go out further enough. And I did test it before and it was shot out before. But so that's the last couple of days. And I actually have it in my hair, which I should have washed yesterday. It was really, I don't know why I didn't. I didn't really think about to wash my hair because I had just washed it not long ago. But I kept running my face in the water, cold, cold water. I have blisters on my hand from the pepper spray. I have a blister here. I don't know if you could really see it now. I mean, it's a bubble. And then I had a welt here from it. You really can't see it now. It did go down a little bit right here, but this one hurt the most. It felt like I had just burned my hand on a stove, and oh my God, it was horrible. So I didn't really do anything on social media yesterday. I mean, I think I did a reel on Instagram, but yeah, that was my couple days how things have been going. So back to my hair care again, and I do got to wash all this out of my hair. How I knew I had it in my hair, which I mean, it does get on you because it has oils from the pepper, is I was doing a reel today and I was showing my routine on what I do. You know, putting hair oil in my hair before I wash it because I was going to wash it anyway today. And then I was using my detangler brush to get all the tangles out before I wash. And trust me, I've washed my hair with tangles in it before, and it's just, um, if your hair is wet, you could use your detangler, but sometimes I like to get it out before. If it's too much, because the last 3, 4 nights I haven't slept with braids in my hair. Sometimes I just, the first year and a half, 2 years, I slept my hair with my hair in braids every single night, no matter what, religiously. Okay, it was the very crucial part, which trust me, it still is, because it could start slowly breaking and with all the friction. But I tried to sleep with some type of protective hairstyle, but the last 3 or 4 nights, so I did get some tangles in my hair. So I didn't, have any protective hairstyle, but it's still very important to do. It's just now more and more I do it a little bit more without it, but I still go back to the braids and the protective hairstyles. But I just didn't this time. And then I started brushing my hair a little bit with the detangler brush. This one, I love these. Okay, I got these on Alibaba. I know they sell similar ones on Amazon, but and it started coming in my face a little, and I felt it in my eye. So I was like, oh my God, it's in my hair. I got to wash my hair, which wasn't the smartest thing to do because it can get on things. The dogs can ingest it. So that wasn't too smart on my part. So I am going to wash my hair right after this video. And so yeah, this just um, like I can't believe that. So I don't need to get bitten. My dog's attacked by a dog. So I think that that's the best thing to do is just verify them, let them know. This is dog's been out a couple times, and just see what they say. So I will have in the description my course. It is from bra strap to waist length hair fast. And when I say fast, I'm not trying to tell you it's overnight. I'm not trying to say your hair is going to grow from here to, way down here in a couple months. But I've managed to grow my hair pretty long for within the 2.5 years from shoulder length. It was a little past my shoulder length to gradually going down past my waist, or I mean, the front is teetering at my belly button, and the back was a little bit above my bra strap to now a couple inches past my waist. So it's fast if you do the right things and just take care of your hair from the inside out, not do quick chops, quick fixes, big trims. I don't trim my hair. I've only done a couple in the last 2.5 years, probably 3 hair dustings. And I haven't did a hair dusting in a year and a half now. And my hair's still thriving, growing, and very strong. So it can be done. And there's a lot of things that I go through in my hair course. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will be more than happy to go over some things that I'm doing. I do have a lot of videos with free information. You can get information from anywhere, but it's transformation. It's the outcome and still going through things, what you're doing to get there. So it's just a lifestyle. So thank you for watching this, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Till next time.